This I mentioned 1% fuel, right? Which you can have as point of sources that you take with you. Today, really all the focus on IRU, which is the from and it's in situ resource, and where an example of 3D printing comes in, right? You're not going to be able to make the material with it. If we have 3D printers and we're able to use the resources that are either on Mars in the future or maybe even on the lunar surface, and be able to use those materials that you can use on 3D printers, you can make anything. It's a metal plastic, it all depends on what is there in this. This is where clearance that is around 10 days on the 18th. It's going to be interesting because that's going to be on the ground. To take a look at what's there.
Just to clarify, you say if actually being printed, essentially, when you speak to get us that.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as space building equipment that's necessary. What's really most important, basic human life requires oxygen, and if water is there, which we see a lot of evidence of, we can break that down. There's two in the atmosphere, and you have all of those together, you can actually create fuel. Oxygen, water, and you have the there's a lot that can be done. That's possible.
We can just images now on our screen. They come up in just big Russia's base. Because that's the control room that we can see. The course of the whole probe over the last 7 function of the Lord. Well, and now I would assume I'm actually waiting for that signal to come through to let us know that it's around.
Well, I mean, as of right now, of course, it's going to be very nerve-wracking. Everybody has said already, because at the time, I believe it was 7 so only 6 minutes ago, they would have started the burn. And this is expected 27 minutes. So the whole probe is there is very little one can do, because the signals of having to relay ping back or any new instructions isn't really possible. So it's fully reliant on the whole probe itself.
It's through details of water in also bringing fuel up into space. They have to get rid of about 50% of their fuel into.
Yes, you have 6 delta V thrusters and basically changing velocity. So they were averaging 121,000 kilometers per hour, and that needs to be slowed down all the way up to 18 kilometers. So during that period, there's and 27 minutes of these thrusters is a lot of time. And where the concerns are, there are possibilities that go wrong. As that's why everything's all the tests are there. So hopefully, confident and work.
So when we hopefully get this through, we'll be under the
copyright
see announcements probably on your first here on the one. Let's take it now to Jack.
Patient versus fantastic early this year. The hell is Rui? UAE energy and infrastructure is continuing to update us throughout this evening. Jared, can you hear us on the line? There's lots going on here this evening. I believe you've got another special guest for us.
That just seems to have a little bit of problem here. But I can see he's got to speak to up with it in this time. Of course, we were just talking about the 3D printer that could potentially revolutionize the race, if I might call it that. Although it seems like it's more competition these days, because nation against nation is very much a part of it. Of course, I'm assuming now that with this interest in science in the UAE and emerging, happening in this country, so one of our universities, they stage of space exploration. How much development is taking place in the country at the moment?
There is a lot. We have 5 universities right now. We have several labs that create the UAE University. You have the acoustic lab, which is the Khalifa Universal Lab, that also being set up. And the UAE Space Agency also funding projects. So there's a lot happening. You've heard that University of Sharjah, they had some really interesting astronomers into the 2 plans that there is youth happening here. One of the topics to sharing, right? A lot of mission is coming to the US and other countries. Because the government for a lot of these initiatives for those points funded by income tax, let's say, and taxes. It's very public, information is open and goes out. But here in the UAE, everybody to really engage and have to drive forward these capabilities. The technologies are definitely always in the making, right? And Mars is definitely going to need new technologies, but
Khalifa, we saw Dubai, we saw the Museum of Future. A lot of iconic buildings have been glowing and support our business mission to Mars. How are you feeling?
Probes,
to reach the where now. A lot were involved in the success of this. How do you feel about it? I'm very as you know, time to see you. We're very excited. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The project my role was to manage down as a kind of right now of the world playing
This display
is an incredibly nice.
this able to be on the right course. The home probe, which I believe around 8 minutes past 8 this evening. Of course, if we took that point back, we have a very good sign for Advent that we are right. Signal comes through. How do we the get through a lot of
and it's sorry, Kate. It's not realizing
an image like that. It's 8, 12, 8, 15. We're not. So if it does run, it's not a big exact time. But we may have to
Well, it is 7:50 and only about 10 minutes. And I also see you have to promise that this as well as or if you have done like a plan this evening. It's to be the beginning of the Twitter and it's the 7:58 and 10 minutes. We get happening. You know, the thing some back is was using if the product doesn't
so as I mentioned, it is
Twin Pro and Mars.
America's the kind of
what are some of the issues
which I love about it is it's simple, but it's at the same time custom.
So but it's the rest are assumed
It'll still allow us to
program
succeed.
how
incredible
so as mentioned
how
ففي
they
عدة
can
عوامل تدخل في
find the
موضوع
location
الدخول.
of probe and
جربنا
really
بأكثر قدر
locate
من
where
تجربة
it
في الأرض
is. Earlier this
وتم
evening we
وضع
heard
عدة
why the Hope
سيناريوهات
probe was
للتجريب
using star tracking
سيناريوهات
equipment
للتجريب
in order to
جاءوا
keep it
مع
on
التجارب
track.
المحدودة
And now we're trying to
التجربة الأخيرة
understand just
يمكن
where
خلال
the
دقائق
Hope probe is at the moment. It is 8:07 this evening. We are expecting it could be as early as February. We do get a signal
Now,
from the
as
Hope
we heard
probe that
earlier,
they have
our guest
entered Mars's orbit.
mentioned
A pivotal moment in history, not only for the
91%
UAE,
of
but the
the weight
entire
on all
world.
these kinds of
And of course,
projects
this
is
message
made
now
up
just
of
being delivered
fuel.
to
So this
us,
is really
you
important
here
because
in the UAE
in order
and
to be able to lift
also
off out of gravity,
the world's
the Hope
press as
probe
well. I
had
was
to
looking
be
a
able
little
to
bit
travel at an
before we came on
incredible
air, and I was
speed
looking at
with
the
a lot
number
of
of
fuel.
camps
Now
that
to
are
slow
Alice
it down, so she's
adventures, and
explaining
there
how
are
they
dozens and
can
dozens down there.
find
This
the
is very much going to
location
be
of the really locate where it
across the world.
is.
Yes, it's
Earlier this evening we heard of
Neil
why the Hope probe was
explaining
using
all
star
the
tracking
details, not
equipment
just the
in order to
there
keep
to
it on
people that are
track.
involved.
And we're
And
trying to
Francis
understand
has
where the
really
Hope
been
probe
faced
is
off
at
at
the
we
moment. It
mentioned
is
earlier how 80% of the Emirati science
this evening. We are expecting it could be as early as 8 to get a
women. The
signal
average age
from the Hope
of
probe
people
that they
involved in
have
this project
entered
is
Mars
27.
orbit,
The
a
HPC
pivotal moment
herself
in
is
history.
very pleased as well. It really is an incredible
And
moment
of course, this
for UAE women
message
and
now
the
not just
country
being
as a whole.
delivered to us, to you
Well,
here in the
absolutely, of course,
UAE
just
and
talking about the
wider
fact
region,
that
but to
the
people
further
around
the probe
world's
travels
press as well. I was
away
looking a little bit earlier before
from the
we
control
came on
centre,
air,
the
and I was
longer
looking
it
at a
takes for
number of
signals
cameras
from the
in
control centre to go to the probe, and of course signals to come back from the probe to Earth. And of course those signals are what we depend on to know that the probe is headed in the right direction. And so far we've had good news throughout the probe's journey over the last 7 months or so, just under 7 months. And of course now it enters that stage just dependent upon itself, dependent upon its programming in order to achieve orbit around Mars. Prior to this point it was guiding itself by its own star map within its own programming. We're going to go over now to the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre for a special announcement.
مهمة إلى جميع الفرق على الجميع الاستعداد لإجراء التقييم النهائي لفتحة المسبار. وكرر على الجميع الاستعداد لإجراء التقييم النهائي لفتحة المسبار.
شكرا لقائي المهمة. بعدنا نرتقب الأخبار من الخوارج، فسامحني مقاطعة معي فلنرجع لسؤال التواصل مع المسبار والبنية التحتية اللازمة.
المحطة الأرضية اللي شفناها حاليا تتلقى الإشارات من المسار موجودة من قدام الشباب، إن كان غرفة التحكم وراك تشوفون شباب ياسين هذه غرفة الهندسة المهندسين.
Minutes. The report will be coming in about 4 minutes. It is 8:10 in the evening. You will be able to get the signal as early as 8:08.
And you can see there, Katie, the countdown on the wall of the control centre, counting down 3 around 20 seconds, I believe, with my eyesight doesn't fail me. And that's the timeline. That's what they're looking at now to receive that signal from the Hope probe. Hopefully, good news will be received.
And it is incredible to think about this journey. The fact that 50 years ago, the UAE's desert, the United Arab Emirates will be celebrating 50th anniversary of the formation of 7 Emirates a little bit later this year. And to consider to be able to move from desert to Mars within just 50 years really is quite remarkable. The country around the world has done before. You really feel the excitement. I think downtown at Dubai is palpable. Ray, you and I are expatriates. You've been here about 11 years. I've been here about 12 years. And so it years ago that there were plans to send a mission to Mars, and then to be here tonight and watch it happen in front of the world's eyes really is quite remarkable. You can see the brightest minds and experts of the year in the control room there at the Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre, waiting any minute to find out if the UAE has made history.
Yeah, I believe it's just under around 2.5 minutes. We have to wait, hopefully for agency looking quite anxious, in control, very much in control. They've been preparing for this. This has been planned, and we're waiting here to see if the probe has entered orbit. And of course, a lot of communication going on at this stage. If we receive good news tonight, we hope that we do, there will be a period of around about two weeks plus where we're seeing if everything is still going according to plan, if the orbit is correct, and if everything that's on board the Hope probe is working. All those so vital scientific instruments with each of their key jobs to study the Martian atmosphere in their own unique way.
And even after that goes ahead, it will be a few months until the probe begins collecting that important science data that we've been talking about throughout this evening. Information is going to be checking, going to be bringing the data over the next 2 years. Then the project could actually be extended for another 2 years as well. And the questions it's going to help us answer is going to give us a better understanding of the climate. Here on Earth, we can see there is cheering, celebration.
That says it all. There is jubilation among the team down there at the International Space Centre. They've received the good news. The Hope probe is around Mars.
The UAE has officially made history as only the 5th country in the world to reach the red planet. We mentioned the fact of millions of manpower hours involved, an incredible journey. How are you feeling?
I've got goosebumps.
Now we're going to be going live for a special announcement direct from the center.
هذا الفريق عمران شرف ولحظة تاريخية للإمارات وللوطن العربي.
هذه كما ذكرت من أصعب مرحلة وقينا هذه المرحلة بنجاح. المهمات لكوكب المريخ أخرى تصل الأسبوع هذا إلى كوكب المريخ.
Kiri is continuing to stay with us. I have to say, there was excitement around in the studio. I think pre-COVID there might have been some high fives. We're going to celebrate from a distance. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing, unbelievable. I'm so proud of the team. I'm so happy for the UAE, so happy for the Arab world, for the leadership, and just the world, really. This has been such an amazing opportunity for everyone.
Okay, be honest. Did you ever dream that this happen? I mean, I know we've hoped.
Okay, we're going to go direct to pictures from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, our Vice President, Prime Minister, and ruler of Dubai, is at the Space Centre right now. It must be an incredible moment for His Highness to see his dreams come to fruition.
الإمارات يتخطى حدود الأرض وربما يصل إلى عنان السماء، وهذا ليس كلام مخلوق بل إنما مثل ما نشاهده الآن وصول الإشارة من قبل مسبار الأمل،
وصول مسبار الأمل إلى مدار الالتقاط الأول وإنجاز لكافة الأمة العربية والإسلامية. سيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد يقف الآن في مركز محمد بن راشد الذكفى ليهنئ العمل.
انتوا على مبروكين، انتوا على شمال مبروكين على العظيم اللي حققتوه شرف لأهلكم لأولادكم ونفسكم. شيء ثاني اريد ابارك لزبنا وشيخنا سيدي صاحب السمو بن زايد وللمعزب وتراتب اللي كان الدين الرئيسي وراء هذا أبارك لحكام دولة الإمارات، أبارك لشعب دولة الإمارات الوفي المخلص اللي فرحته ما توصف. أنتم سبب بعد توفيق رب العالمين. ما ننسى صورة الشيخ زايد. يذكرنا به اليوم. سنة الحياة يا عيالي، جيل يسلم راي الجيل والحياة تمشي، وبداها انت وصلت. الحمد لله. مشكورين على المجهود، مشكورين على المستوى، مشكورين على التشريف اللي شرفتونا به. رفعتوا راية بلادكم وسمعتها في المريخ. حفظكم ربي، جيل يشرف، ومبروكين مرة ثانية انتم على بلادكم. سعدنا نشوفكم، فرحتنا كبيرة. حفظكم ربي. الحمد لله الحمد لله.
الإمارات أول دولة عربية وخامس دولة في العالم العربي تصل إلى المريخ. نبارك لقيادة الإمارات، شعب الإمارات وشعوب الوطن العربي هذا الإنجاز التاريخي، ونعد العالم بالمزيد من الإنجازات التي نضع في خدمة الإنسان والإنسانية.
شكرا لفريق الأمل والمشروع الإمارات لاستكشاف المريخ والشكر
مثل ما سمعنا قبل قليل صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن زايد آل نهيان يهنئ فريق العمل وأيضا يهنئ الإمارات والكل من شارك في نجاح هذه المهمة مستقبلا مفخرة جديدة مقبولة جدا.
So we just hear leaders have talked about the fact that Sheikh Zayed's goals, his vision, have really come to fruition. His incredibly ambitious vision, not just I think here for the UAE, but the message this sends to the Arab world of just what is. We saw the journey from people like Hazza Al-Mansouri, inspiring young children of what they can grow up to be. University students, we've seen an increase, a 12% increase in STEM education over the last few years, particularly which has been really increased since we've seen some major STEM projects come out of the UAE, particularly in women. We're seeing a really big uptake in STEM subjects being studied at university today. This is more than just a single project. It's going to lay the foundation for the UAE's extremely ambitious goal of putting the first human settlement on Mars by 2170. You see the country's leaders coming together for a photo to celebrate this incredible milestone for the UAE ahead of its 50th anniversary of the formation of the Emirates. What a special night.
What an incredible moment for the team here, and obviously getting that news that the Hope of Mars, and then being congratulated by the leaders of the UAE, the united leaders of the UAE. They're of course just united in their joy and their praise for the team and their incredible achievement, the vision of the late Sheikh Zayed. After all of these years, it's been achieved today by the UAE, and it is just an incredible moment for her.
It is. I mean, it's such an honor to have leadership be there as well at such a moment. You know, the efforts that the team have been putting in and the time that they've been putting in, and to now hear this news, and for the leadership to do this, it is just amazing. I'm sure each
He's obsessed with space, learning more about other planets, gives scientists on Earth understanding own atmosphere.
Oh, that's right, but there's always this special interest in Mars. The two planets, Earth and Mars, share quite a similar length of day and seasons, but differ in many other ways. So my old friend, we're going to find out a little bit more about what makes these two planets spin.
Why is the human race so driven to explore Mars? The motives are vast, including a desire to understand the conditions and climatic changes that have led to the erosion of the red planet's atmosphere. Great reasons, but why Mars in particular, and what end other planet in our solar system? Well, that's because Mars and Earth are actually twins. Many similarities between them. The first of which is their geographical configuration. The two planets have the same area of land, despite the fact that the diameter of Mars is only slightly larger than the radius of the Earth. The geography of Mars is also similar to Earth's, with high mountains and valleys. However, Mars has the highest mountain peak in the solar system, the massive Olympus Mons tower, approximately 25 kilometers above the surface of the red planet. Earth has the second highest peak in the solar system, but Mount Everest is a killer in comparison at just 8.8 kilometers above sea level. Mars is also home to the massive Mariner Valley at 4,000 kilometers long, 200 kilometers wide, and 10,000 kilometers deep. It's one of the largest areas in our solar system. It makes the deepest gully on Earth, the Yarra Valley ditch, 500 kilometers long and 6 kilometers deep. And by the way, Americans, it also dwarfs your famous Grand Canyon, which is just 1.6 kilometers deep and 450 kilometers long. Both planets, Earth and Mars, have two permanent polar ice caps. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter discovered that fact in 2019. Now, back then, it found ice sheets accumulating over the planet's polar soil and extending 1 mile below the surface. In fact, the total volume of ice in Mars' poles is estimated at 3.2 million cubic kilometers. That's larger than all the ice in Greenland, which stands at 2.8 million. Well, two more similarities. Well, planet Earth and Mars both rotate around the Sun on a very similar tilt, with both planets 4 seasons. The difference is that Earth's seasons are distributed over 365 days, while on Mars they're spread over 687 days. Mars and Earth also have a similar 24 hours and 39 minutes. Both planets have sunrises and sunsets. However, they are a very different colour. The fine dust in the Earth's atmosphere scatters the blues and greens coming from the sun to give us yellow, orange and red colours. On Mars, the fine dust that is constantly around its atmosphere absorbs the blue light from the sun and scatters the warm colours, making its sky more red in colour. On the other hand, dust particles on the horizon scatter the blue light, creating a blue halo effect. And if you've ever wondered what the sunlight looks like on Mars, well, it's equivalent to a partly cloudy afternoon on a regular Earth day. Not many of those here in Dubai.
Well, if you just joined us tonight, where have you been? We've just had the amazing news that the Hope probe, the Emirates Mars mission, has been successful. It is now in orbit around the red planet. That makes us the first Arab country to achieve that amazing, incredible feat, just the 5th country internationally. So we're going to take a quick break, but loads more still to come. We're going to talk about the financial impact that this achievement will have, not just on the UAE, but on the region. And we'll catch up with Jad down at Burj Plaza as well. So stay tuned.
Wala pa ako bisita sa kusa lang. Ha? Kaya bisita sa kusa. Izin trans rin isod sa kuha. Izin trans.
Jackson.
Lisa, so what do you do?
As fate would have it, my business is all about you.
Ngayon mo kan kapereta na. Ngayon ba? Sa pagin na. Sa man i-check na na.
Dad's desk.
Check full screen.
Graduation picture. You tell the flight attendant and your dad dies.
What can I do for you?
She's just had a really rough day. A death in the family.
Why are you doing?
Oh. Wilson Blago is here. Ya daghan mo sulod. Nani so si Wilson mo. Kana si Wilson ah. I-share ko na daghan mo sulod. Ha? I-share kay daghan mo sulod. Wilson ha? si Wilson na ano.
Brought to you by
الخير هو اختيار لواكر منبع الخير. At the beginning of the 20th century, a mother dreams of marrying her 5 daughters
Dito sa
as
kabuk tao.
bachelors. But marriage is not a priority.
Di, sigo ah.
Elizabeth Benedict's
Jintrans.
inspired by the work of Jane Austen, comes this romantic period series. It is often like
Tamsak dan host si Wilson oh. Tamsak dan host.
Pride and Passion. Tonight, 9 p.m. UAE, 5 p.m. GMT.
Wilson si kay Wilson na.
Wilson vlog.
Dili na si Kuya.
Wilson vlog na.
Dili na si Kuya. Tulog na si Kuya.
Bawa mo ay gina, ihal gina. Na, nagpusya niya.
Welcome back. You're watching Dubai Line's special. What an incredible night so far. You have just joined us. The UAE has gone down in history as only the first Arab country to ever reach Mars and the 5th in the world to reach the red planet.
The 5th in the world.
What the hardest journey and watch the UAE leaders being able to celebrate.
Ang una
Hussein
ko
Mohammed
Japan,
bin Space
Amerika,
Center. We got the
Korea.
information only around maybe 5 or 7 minutes ago that the Hope probe was officially a success. Well, our next guest, you can see live pictures coming in. Our next guest we're going to be speaking to in just a moment. Dr. Mike Kelly joined the Planetary Science Division at NASA headquarters in 2008. And today he serves as the program scientist for the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, Mars Odyssey, Janus and NEO-WISE mission. He joins us now from Washington. Mike, thank you so much for being with us on such a special night. Now, you have been there at moments like this throughout your career. Just how special is this? What kind of thoughts will be going through the team at the Space Centre's headquarters this evening? Can you hear us? Oh, we seem to be having a few technical delays, so we'll come back to Mike Kelly in just a moment. So
Interesting to see that, though, Katie. Just a moment ago, we could see some of the hugely well-known buildings across the UAE lit up red, international buildings as well, lighting up red in recognition of this amazing achievement of the UAE. Just the first Arab country, of course, the 5th internationally to reach Mars with a successful mission on our very first attempt as well. It's a remarkable achievement. You see their pictures of the
Kita ambil hati
Burj
sa
Khalifa, of course, lighting
Oh,
up
siyempre,
this
asam din mga ganyan.
celebration. That's of course what the Burj Khalifa is known for. It's known for its light shows. It's known for its fireworks shows. Of course, thousands of people down there at the Burj Plaza as well, celebrating and rejoicing with this amazing news, which is spreading not just across the UAE now, but across the region and the wider world. The news that everybody will be seeing tomorrow in their newspapers, in their television sets, that the UAE has Mars with the Hope probe on its very first attempt.
Absolutely. We are watching live pictures coming in of some major landmarks across the country. I have to say, each evening driving home on Sheikh Zayed Road, I've been enjoying seeing the Museum of the Future lit up in red as well. Just a few minutes ago, we saw the Burj Al Arab lit up in red. There is the Burj Khalifa, and it is wonderful being able to see the entire country being able to join together on such an incredible achievement. Well, we're going to be coming back to our special guest live from NASA, Mike Kelly, in just a moment. But first, the UAE's mission to Mars has some big goals, but environmental research is only started. The country wants to use it to transform the global science and the economy, as well as the UAE space sector, and encourage a new generation of Emirati space scientists to take up STEM studies. Joining us in the studio live to discuss what lies ahead is HSBC's Regional Head of Commercial Banking for the MENA region and Turkey. It is Daniel Howlett. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us this evening. What a night. I know you've been watching the pictures that come in live. Again, we could see Burj Khalifa lit up there. Well, I guess I want to begin by asking you, obviously we've seen low oil prices.